Hi, everybody. Curious Cass here, host of Curiosity Junkie Podcast. Wanted to take a few minutes to say thank you so much for tuning in throughout 2020. I couldn't have done it without each and every one of you, your love and support. So thank you. And then a huge shout out and some love for each and every guest that came on the show. Greatly appreciate all of your love and support. Now, what's to come in 2021? Well, everything goes back to, and the reason I started this podcast goes back to a quote I read several years ago by Thich Nhat Hanh. The quote goes like this: "The opposite of what you know is also true." Now, this led me on a path to expanding my mind, my knowledge, my world beyond what I had been taught. Because somewhere on the opposite side of the world, country, state, table, there's an individual who has been taught to believe what they've been taught is true. And if we all believe there's only one truth, we're in a lot of trouble because there are a lot of different truths. And we just have to be open to and have compassion for someone else's truth and then really digging in to understand that. That's what the podcast is really all about. Something that I really want to kick off this year, free events and classes through the Curiosity Junkie podcast page on Facebook. I really want to keep the podcast ad-free and all of the events and classes free, so they will be donation-based. I simply ask that if you are enjoying the podcast, the classes, the events, the community, that you hit the donate button and show the podcast some love. Please know that every dollar, any dollar, helps support the show. Back to the events and classes. We do have one coming up in February. I'm going to kick it off with the journaling class because I love journaling. I'm passionate about it. A friend turned me on to it several years ago. It's amazing what you can learn about yourself in a journal. So I want to encourage you guys to come check that out. Again, that will be through the Curiosity Junkie podcast Facebook page. Follow like that, and you'll be aware of all events and classes that will be coming up in 2021. My mission is to keep the podcast and all of its communities as ad-free as possible. So your love and support is greatly appreciated. CuriosityJunkie.com website is host of all of the blogs and podcast episodes. So if you're ever searching the web and you stop by the community, be sure to find your favorite episode and leave a comment. I would love to know your thoughts on your favorite episode. The other thing I want to encourage this community to do is be interactive. Please, if you have a topic that you really want to know more about or something you want me to dive into, I am happy to do so. Shoot me an email at curiosityjunkie@gmail.com. I will start to do some research and find an expert that we can learn from. I am having a blast. I hope that you are learning, having fun with me. Thank you all for tuning in, listening, and watching and supporting the Curiosity Junkie podcast. From my heart to yours, cheers to an amazing 2021. Stay safe, stay curious, and I'll see you soon.